Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Staying Salty. My name is Hannah. I post on Saturdays. I have cystic fibrosis. Fun stuff. Last week we were in the hospital because I caught the flu, and I ended up getting out of the hospital on Monday night, and I've been home. This is my room in my house at college, and now I'm home, and I'm wearing this. I got some water on it because I had to wash my hair in the sink because my port is accessed, but my friends he and Claire gave me this today. They found it. It says salty. Oh, it is purple. How perfect is that? I absolutely love it. Shout out to you guys. What a rambly start. But today, things have been busy this week, but today we are talking about how we came to understand our disease when we were diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, and I just thought I would talk to you guys about that while I figure out what the heck is going on. So, I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when I was 5, and I feel like my parents decided to kind of just give me like the basics to the disease when I was diagnosed, because I didn't have super mild or super chronic cystic fibrosis like at that age. I was just a pretty like moderate case. So they told me like, you have this disease, not a lot of kids have it, and there isn't a cure, so you're not gonna like get rid of it really soon. And they told me that I got it because I don't even know how they explained like genes or DNA to a little kid, but they're like, you got it from mommy and daddy. Even though we don't have it, we passed the parts of you on that gave you the disease. And I was like, oh, well, thanks, guys. And then from there, it was just like, this is why you cough so much. This is why you feel sick, and it's hard to breathe when you're playing like soccer and stuff like that. And when it came to the medicines, I don't know, maybe I just didn't ask a lot of questions, but I feel like the situation was just kind of like, my mom would say, okay, you have to take this now, and I would say, okay. Like, I learned how to take enzymes by practicing swallowing mini M&Ms. And so, like, I just did that. I figured out how to take pills, and then that was that. Like, and when I would explain it to my classmates, like my friends in kindergarten and early elementary school, basically for me, because I wasn't hospitalized until the 5th grade, and from there I started being hospitalized more, but to me it was just like, I have something called cystic fibrosis. It's not contagious. I can't pass it to you, and that is why I cough so much. And like, that was basically the extent of my knowledge of cystic fibrosis in my early childhood. I remember this one metaphor that I use all the time still when I'm describing cystic fibrosis to people is that, like, when you have CF, you have a spider web in your lungs. So the mucus, because it's really sticky, it acts as a spider web, and germs that you meaning like a normal person who doesn't have cystic fibrosis, who doesn't have a spider web, when you would breathe in some dangerous germs, they wouldn't get stuck in anything, and you just breathe them out. Whereas if I breathe them in, they get stuck in my spider web, and I keep them for a while, and I get sick easier and more frequently, and that seems to help people understand the disease a little bit better when they haven't heard about it. And it also explains why people with cystic fibrosis are only contagious to each other. Excuse me. So that was that. And I really didn't start doing a lot of like online research and like asking a lot of questions until my cystic fibrosis got worse and I started needing to go to the hospital. So like I said, that was in the 5th grade. And from there, I started going twice a year, every year, like once in the fall and once in the spring. And naturally, because cystic fibrosis was becoming a bigger part of my life, I wanted to know more about it. So then I started researching and like I had already kind of known, I had heard like the median life expectancy for someone with cystic fibrosis is 35 or whatever it was at the time. And I never felt like that would be me. Like it didn't seem to fit until I started getting sicker. And I still didn't get scared, but I was like, oh, this is a bigger deal than I thought it was when I was younger. And I've told this story so many times, but I met 2 of my best friends, Alex and Eileen, in the hospital my freshman year of high school, and they both had cystic fibrosis. So like adding them online and talking to them and seeing how much they posted about CF, and they were significantly sicker than I was, and they ended up passing away 2 years later, but seeing how frequently they would go to the hospital and like how much it impacted them like negatively, like they couldn't do as well in school and they had to take fewer classes, they couldn't play sports, stuff like that. Those friendships, those 2 friendships are definitely what made CF as huge of a deal in my life and in my head and in my purpose as it is now, especially when they passed away, because essentially I had just watched my future take place, and I was like, wow, so that is what my disease does to people, and it just happened to them a lot faster than it's happening to me, but it's still going to happen to me. And from there, I started going YouTube crazy, and I was like, I want to find more people like me, like, I want to find more Alexes and Eileens, but obviously, like, doing that in person is difficult and not recommended. So I wanted to find CF videos, because I learned best through videos, and they're just fun to watch. And I realized that there weren't that many online. There was this girl named Holly Rosanna, there was Claire Wineland, and Ava Markvort, but like those are some of the bigger CFers on YouTube, but other than that, I couldn't really find anything, and I still wanted to know more about the disease, and I was making these online friends with cystic fibrosis on like Facebook forums and Instagram, and I wasn't seeing us being represented. So then I just decided to do it. So then I started posting on my channel, and I've been having so much fun doing that. The channel is Hannah Breathes, by the way. And a year after that, I was asked to join the Staying Salty channel, and I just think it's kind of come full circle that like the way I wanted to find out more about CF was through YouTube, and now I'm the one creating YouTube content that other kids with CF and like parents of people with CF and other people with chronic illnesses are able to find these videos and kind of learn more and understand more, empathize more, and it's just really a full circle kind of deal, and it's been so fun. But I'm still learning. I'm only 21. My health has decreased very rapidly in the last 2 years. It's gotten more complicated, I should say, and it's not figured out yet at all. I'm still struggling every single day to understand being a 21-year-old who wants to just go experience the world at full force and having my body say no. Making sense of that is something I work on every single day, but the beauty of YouTube is that I can update you guys as that happens. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope that everyone is remaining hopeful and positive. I know it's been a difficult week for a lot of us, but I love all of you guys. All of you guys who watch these videos mean so much to me, and I'm rooting for you. So have a great Saturday, a great Sunday tomorrow, and let's just go and attack this week. Okay, bye.